Helen, hiya.
Ben, we've been talking all about how mild it's been weather-wise just recently, but there are two stories here. Let's start with how mild it was yesterday, 17 degrees, which is well above the average of 8 degrees. We're back down to around the 8-9 mark by Thursday, Friday. But it is going to get chillier because we've got a weather front coming. Some much needed rain. This weather front here, behind it, tucked in, is that colder air. But once that weather front moves through, there's again very little rain on the horizon for the rest of February. High pressure moves in by Friday, stays with us through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. And we need the rain. It could turn out to be one of the driest Februaries on record. Scotland have only had about 50% of their rainfall in some places. Some parts of the east of England, only a few millimetres. It is very dry. And even though we've got the cloud with us today, it is dry for the most part, a little bit misty and murky around the coasts in the west. And we do have that weather front looming. But again, even though it's expected to give heavy rain in the west, it might well peter out further east. So some sunshine today. And where we see that sunshine, different areas to yesterday, perhaps around the Murray Firth, the North Wales coast, the Midlands. Well, that's where we'll see our 14s and 15s. But generally, there's quite a bit of cloud around. And indeed, that cloud thickens this evening to bring a few showers across England. Then some wet weather for Northern Ireland, Western Scotland for a time may turn to snow on the tops, very tops, as it clears away. But because we've got more breeze and we've still got a lot of cloud, it should generally be frost-free tonight. But it's that subtle change in wind direction. Today we've a southwesterly, tomorrow we've a northwesterly, and that often determines the change in how the weather feels. What that northwesterly will also do tomorrow is bring sunnier skies across Scotland, across Northern Ireland. Yes, there could be some showers falling as sleet and snow over the hills in Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England. Some of these could later in the day, and it brightens up across East Anglia and the South East eventually. But look at the temperatures, they're about 3 or 4 degrees down on those of today and yesterday. But the sunshine to compensate. We could see a few wintry flurries further south. Again, we're watching the detail on that one at the moment, but a frost returns as we start Thursday morning. It's pretty chilly. First thing Thursday for some, particularly in the north. We've got that risk of a little bit of winteriness across the Welsh mountains, the southwest moors before that clears away. And then another really quite bright, dry and sunny day for the majority, but probably a bit more cloud for Northern Ireland and certainly for Scotland with the approach of the next weather front. It was quite active in the north, but it should weaken. Just a little bit of patchy rain in eastern areas on Friday as it clears. And then it's back to the dry weather. Temperatures back down to closer to average where they should be, but some night frosts, Ben.
All right, Helen, thank you. And that is all from the BBC News.